Good day. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Tuesday. And we're sitting here now on the 26th of July, 2022, just getting on to 5:10 p.m. Central Time. So now, folks, tomorrow's the big day with the FOMC meeting. The market is baked in a 75 basis point hike. The surprise would be a 100. 50 is not going to happen. That would be the surprise at the Fed, and it's going to have to be led by the Fed Chair Powell says, I just want to get ahead of this thing. If not, he's going to sit right where it's at. Then remember on Thursday, Thursday, tomorrow's Wednesday, then we're going to get the GDP numbers. So you've got to pay attention to all this and what it means. In between all that, we're getting earnings out of the stock market. We've had GE, Chipotle, Amazon, Alphabet. It's one after the other. Chipotle was a blowout. They did great business. They raised their price. They kicked their bottom line up dramatically. Not that good, though, as you looked at, as my opinion, at the Amazon and at Alphabet, but not bad either. So the market, as you can see, this bounce we're getting in part has to do with those earnings that came out after the market, because you were down in most of the market today. But as I've said, and I've said it hard for the past, actually about 4 days, you got to be cautious right here. This market's going to burn you until we get past these two big reports. Then we take a look. We'll get into the jobless number next week, but at that point, that's not going to come into a real impact until September, the FOMC deal. So when we look at the gold market so far, for the week, we're down 0.65%. Not much of a bounce or a break. Got to give it both sides. Certainly, when you look at the closes, this market's got pressure on it, and it's been staying right into that area. When we go to the daily bar chart, you can see how the market's just sort of sitting right now. Not going up, not going down. It's just sort of sitting, and you can see that in the swing line, which doesn't have a trend. You have a higher high, lower low. The summer blues, that's the way to look at it. This market's just not going anywhere. I have some traders writing me, hey, can I do gasoline? Can I do this? Volume is very low. It's low every summer like this. People go away. They turn their attention elsewhere at the end of July, beginning of August. And at the end of August, September, they get serious about the markets again, and then they start getting back to normal. That doesn't mean you can't trade them. Just adjust for lighter volumes. When looking at moving averages, you're under all three moving averages. So there's nothing friendly in that. And that tells you that because you're nowhere near the Bollinger Bands, that the resistance point is the 18-day average of closes, and the market has had the opportunity to work off, past tense, to have worked off an oversold condition. And in the process, I'd still like to see it get to the 18-day average, which it refuses to hit so far. Normally, when you lose an embedded reading, you get there in fairly fast order. It's taking a little longer, and each day that goes by, that number's dropping. That's not the best sign for gold at this point that I can see. When we get to the gold-silver ratio, now I'm still in August gold, remember that. When I switch the ratio, I'll probably do December versus December. I think that might be our best move to just look at that on the ratio. When I switch the gold, and I'm going to do it in the next 72 hours easily, I think I'm just going to go right to the December gold. In the silver, you stay with September, and that is still in a bear trend, but once you lost the embedded reading, it too owes, I want to put that word out there for you, getting up to the 18-day average of closes. So I will not be surprised that between the GDP number Thursday and tomorrow's FOMC meeting, gold and silver try to rally. Do they have to? No, but I think the odds are strong that they're going to try to. I don't want to stand in front of that market. I have a philosophy. You don't go into major reports you don't have to. You never know what's going to be said. You do realize in a press conference that the Fed chair is going to have anything can be said. You just don't know, and you don't know the market reaction to that quote-unquote anything. The copper did what I thought. So that's the gold and silver that's not. You had an embedded reading, you lost it, you went to the 18-day average, you're stalling out. In the platinum, you had an embedded reading, you lost it, you went to the 18-day average, stalling out. And look at how the black Bollinger Bands are narrowing in. It's rather dramatic the way that they're doing it. That'll take volatility out, not put it in, out of the market for a little bit. In the palladium market, you're in an uptrend. I can't believe I'm saying one of the metals is an uptrend. You're in an uptrend. You're over the 18-day average. The swing line is up. The trend gets broken if you take out 1965, but barring that, lots of resistance up here if the market could find a way to pick itself up and make a run to the upside. Then we get to the dollar index. Need I tell you? You tell me what the market has done. It's parked itself against the 18-day average. That is so typical when a market doesn't know what to do in front of big reports. That's what you've got going on. So I realize you want to be a hero in front of that report. Terrific. I don't want you to be a hero in any way whatsoever. Now, one of the things that we talk about is research and how do you get it. And let me bring you over here to our research panel. We're going to be writing on all these markets, the energies, the financials, everything in a major way. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be a big day because starting at 1 o'clock when we see the announcement by the Fed and then the impact of that, the GDP numbers for the grain traders and people like that. Come on, there's a big heat wave. I just saw the 10-day forecast. I don't know if you looked at what happened in the grain markets. They all took off to the upside. This is a key growing part of the season. And not enough rain, too much heat can be problematic for these markets. You want to get involved in them now because we're going to get past this GDP and the Fed numbers right away. You get an open door to other things happening. That's when it gets to be fun. So how do you get all this information from us? Because it is easy to get. All you need to do is go to our website. Under free offers, you can call us as you see the phone number there. At any point, you can pick up your cursor, just push it up there during this. It'll take you right to an icon. Give it a click, fill out the form. I'm Ira Epstein. Have yourselves a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow.